Previously on Spenelli Speaks. A brand new release this year in 2021, a nonfiction book that is, of I Want to Thank You. Hi everyone, Danny here. Welcome back to my channel. Today is another book review in my 31 days of book reviews, and we are actually sliding into home here. We have a couple of reviews left. I am thrilled to be giving you all of these reviews, but also relieved that we are coming to an end because it is exhausting making all of these videos. Not only do I have to read all of these books, but then I have to do this lovely video, edit, post it, upload it, all that fun stuff for you. So I'm gonna be having a nice little break after this month where I can do my regular schedule. Now, if you are new here, like I mentioned a couple videos back, I do not typically do a video every day of a month. Usually I get out about 3 on Tuesdays, Thursdays, which are my rapid reviews, and then on Saturday, with the third Saturday of every month being a live show of some sort, either productivity sprints. Next month I'm going to be reorganizing my shelves with you in our productivity sprints. But other than that, it's just fun stuff all year round. So I'm glad that these reviews will be in my feed, and if people are looking for a specific book, hopefully I have read it and they can take a look at that. Now, the book that I'm going to be reviewing with you today is another mystery novel, but this one is a brand new fiction novel. Came out this year, I believe. I found it on the new fiction shelf at my library. Yep, 2021. And that is The Strange Case of Eliza Doolittle by Timothy Miller. Now, I picked this up because I'm a huge fan of My Fair Lady. So when I saw Eliza Doolittle, I was like, oh, well, yes, please. Didn't know anything about the book, nothing. Just picked it up purely on the title because that's how Danny picks books, usually by the cover. So when I got it home and I finally got to reading it, I was pleasantly surprised with the fact that there are actually characters from 3 separate fictional books. First of all, we have Eliza Doolittle and Henry Higgins and Colonel Pickering from My Fair Lady, which if you've seen the movie or the musicals, you know these characters. Henry Higgins is a linguistic coach, and he and Colonel Pickering kind of have a wager about this Eliza Doolittle, who is a flower girl in Covent Garden. So we're in London. And they are going to try to get her Cockney accent banished and bring her to a very extravagant event and see if anyone notices if she is that Cockney girl or a duchess. Now, that is the story of My Fair Lady, and of course we know how that goes. And we pick up where Colonel Pickering is concerned because he has had a bout of malaria and has come back and doesn't believe it's the same Eliza Doolittle. The professor's just that good. So he calls upon our sleuths, Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson. Now, this book is actually narrated by Dr. Watson. So where it picks up in the beginning is Colonel Pickering and Dr. Watson talking about this case of Eliza Doolittle. So we know right off the bat those 2 fictional landscapes have come together in this one book. As you continue reading, we find out that not only do we have My Fair Lady characters and Sherlock Holmes characters, now we've come upon Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde characters, which play a huge role in the case of Eliza Doolittle. Now, overall, as the book goes, I would say once I finished it, if I were rating this on Goodreads, I would probably give it a 3-star. It was good, but I wouldn't say it was great. The story, as many sleuthing stories go, you get a lot of backstory, you get a lot of the information up until the last, I would say, 100 pages, and then everything starts falling into place. For me, it's a little bit too slow. I want the action to be happening throughout the entire book. And there is little sprinkled in here and there, but it's more so, I feel, getting the reader to acclimate to all of these characters in case you are not familiar with them, which for me, being familiar with all of them was a little bit annoying because I was like, yeah, I get it. I know. Let's move on. But overall, as a reader that may not be familiar with all these characters, I think it did a great job of introducing them and giving an understanding of their background and what part they have to play in this separate book that has brought them all together in early 1900 London. I would recommend this to anyone who loves all three of those characters. I always really liked Eliza Doolittle, but I would say that in this book, I don't really like her at all. I don't think she's a very likable character, even though like Colonel Pickering and even Dr. Watson really think that she's just the best thing since sliced bread in this. And I didn't feel like she was that great. I kind of felt like she was annoying, and I never feel like I felt sorry for her at all. I felt sorry for a few other characters that kind of were just used as guinea pigs, which though that was never kind of rectified, so that kind of irritated me. But overall, it's a man's world in early 1900 London, as they say. So overall, like I said, 3 stars. But if you like My Fair Lady, Sherlock Holmes, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, you would like all 3 of them in this because it just brings their stories together in a really unique way. Well, that is my review of The Strange Case of Eliza Doolittle by Timothy Miller. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and stop by your local library instead of picking it up. Maybe just test it out, do the first couple chapters, see what you like. Well, for tomorrow, we are going to be reviewing one of the books that we voted on a couple times but weren't quite that interested. But I will go ahead and give you a review of Fannie Flagg's Fried Green Tomatoes at the Whistle Stop Café for tomorrow's review. Until next time, I hope you are reading something great, taking care, and staying safe. And as always, you know how it goes. Happy reading. Bye.